Hello everybody, this is one of those busy days that I have, and I thought, hey, do a video because you seem to like these, so it's just like we're going to have a chat about my day. I've got some amazing projects all kind of like this, and we had final notification half an hour ago that it's on, canning stock route is on, and we had quite a few things to put together. We got permission to go, and then we still had a few things to put in line. We're going. I'm Andrew St Pierre White. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and travelling to the remotest parts of the world. These videos are made possible by contributions from Patreons. Join the Patreon family now. Alright, so the Range Rover at the moment is still having its gearbox changed. It's taken a long time because COVID. So many people off sick at the place that we're doing having the gearbox changed, and it's quite a lot of work because being an old vehicle. And I said to them, look, keep the vehicle, you've got 3 weeks. And it's taken them now 5 weeks because of it. But it was a case of, keep the car there and do it in gaps when you can. And this is my deadline. And of course, the deadline is fast approaching. So I'm going there now to go and look at it. I'll get some shots, and I'll show you where we're at with the Range Rover. But I went last week, and they couldn't put the new LT95 box in because it's a Parenti box and it doesn't have the mountings for the rear drum handbrake. The handbrake on those vehicles was actually on the rear prop shaft, and it didn't have the brackets for them mounted into the casing. And so we had to use the rear output shaft connection to get it to work, but it wouldn't fit, and it needed. So that was an extra little thing, but the modifications turned out to be moderately easy. And this is, by the way, why you have on a troop carrier, why you have the first rear window, the one over there. You might be able to see it clear, so I can merge into traffic like that. That's why that window must be clear for troop carriers, otherwise they can be difficult to drive in traffic because of visibility. Like all vans, the visibility can get lousy. So so they've done the modification. I'm going to go and see now, but they have to deliver the Range Rover to us completed by the end of this week. They have to, because Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be filming it, I'm getting together with the crew, and we're going to have all of the vehicles there, and we're going to go through all of the vehicles and do some last minute work on them in a workshop. So I've done almost everything that I need to do with the Troopy, except for, and I'm not sure if I can fix this, the winch doesn't work. The solenoid blew, and I haven't even used it yet. It was when I was adjusting the cable and tightening it up that the solenoid popped and stopped working, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that. Might have to order a spare part. Anyway, that's the only thing that has to be done on the troop carrier, because basically I've been working weekends and got a lot done. So I'm so excited. The vehicle is... the trips that I did with Gwyn were fantastic shakedown trips. One I did on my own, and then tweaked a lot of things, and then out with Gwyn and tweaked a whole lot of more things. And the interesting thing about this Troopy is that its access is so much better than the previous one. Packing space is little limited when compared to the... I don't have quite as much space, but it's made me use all of the usable space more effectively. So in effect, I've got a more user-friendly camper because of it. And at the end of the day, can I put as much stuff in this vehicle as the previous troop carrier? Yeah, I can. It's just different. And it's not as obvious of where to put stuff. I'd love this. If anything, the previous Troop car actually had too much packing space. If anything, a little bit of unnecessary packing space. So, yeah, excited. Guys, nervous about getting the Range Rover across the Canning stock route, of course. But, you know, one day at a time, one step at a time. So, my first stop this morning is Sinorama. They do and I'm building my last autograph overland Troopy. I've got another video on my edit bench at the moment about why I'm giving up autograph, and this is the very last one, and the only reason why I'm doing it is that I promised somebody I would do it for them over about a year ago. I promised them, and I gave them the option. I said, you know, I'll help you build it yourself if you want to, no charge. But if you want me to build it, then I will, because I'm not going to now let you down, because I said to him that I would. And so he said, I really want you to build me my car. Fine. I'm going to build him. I'm going to build it's magnificent. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a military matte green. And this is it. That's the sun visor. So I get them to wrap it for me. That's the vehicle color, obviously, and I've trimmed it with black. Eh? Oh, it looks nice. This is my last one, and it's going to be special. It is going to be special. That looks really, really nice. Right now, I'm going to Quick Pitch. Quick Pitch have donated to us some roof load bars for the Range Rover. On the Range Rover's roof, I'm only putting 2 spare wheels. That's all. So I'm getting 2 of the Quick Pitch load bars, which are very, very nice. And I'm going to go and collect them. We're actually going to go and cut them now from some raw, untreated aluminium extrusion. It's a one-off. It's a one-off use. So I thought it's pointless having them powder coated and everything. You know, just get them to. You know, they've got to do the job. And details of the way they look is of less importance. Which way should I go? Highway is probably going to be busy right now. I'm going to go the slightly longer way, but probably less traffic. So that's what I'm going to do at Quick Pitch now. It's not really a typical day for me. Well, these days of running around building cars and doing stuff and cutting and filing and all that kind of thing, it's not that uncommon for me. But you know, when I edit, I'll be in my edit suite. We used to call ourselves mushrooms when I was a commercial editor. We would sit in dark rooms being fed bullshit. That was what we used to call ourselves, and it's not the same because I'm editing my own material, not editing somebody else's material. So I am in a dark room, but I'm not being fed anything. It's just up to me, and that's why I love my job, and that's why I love editing. The creative process of editing is my favorite part of storytelling, no question about it. Closely followed by actually being on a trip and gathering content to tell a story, which is my thing that I love to do. So this isn't a typical day, but I enjoy these days because I'm interacting with people, my friends, associates, things like that, and they're also supportive of my projects. And it's true that they get good publicity. It's true, but it's not just that, because they're genuinely interested in my success. And that is why working with these people is just so rewarding, because I just know they have my back. You know, they'll pull out the stops and get things done and to help me. And of course my income is generated from content, stuff like this that I'm filming this very second. So now to Sean's new place, Mission 4-wheel drive, his new business, and we're going to do some work on this troop carrier, as I mentioned earlier. Sean from Quick Pitch, who's become quite a good friend, he's helped me out so many ways with this build, just countless ways. He's just an incredibly generous individual. And he's also inspired me because he has an FJ Cruiser. I'll show you now. He's got an FJ Cruiser, and his attention to detail, his attention to his accessibility, because a troop FJ is similar to the Troopy in that its access is not great. It's not bad. It's got rear doors, but they're quite small. But still, it's a small vehicle, so access to all of the, all your camping stuff and cooking stuff. And he's a crazy cook, really good cook, loves cooking when camping. His accessibility inside he will just say, oh, then he'll go and find it. And he's inspired me in this because I've had to do the same thing. I've had to look at every little place to see where there's where is there a opportunity to put a clamp or a box or a pack or something to ease camping. Do you like the caramel tea or black tea? I don't mind. Surprise me. This is Sean's FJ, and there is no place he likes to be more than here, cooking for people that he's camping with.
Okay, I have all my kitchen essentials in this drawer, with the spices of course, because I cook a lot. A table here where I can use to have all my food and my jet boil. And I have a cooker, sits in here, and this cooker is always stored in the kitchen. Very simple. Packing away in about 15 seconds. Travel body on the side. I use it to cook a lot when I'm on the trip. And aluminium drawers, woodland aluminium on unlockable sliders. In the second big drawer where I have my coffee machine, I have my pots and pans and all my cooking stuff over here. So on the door, I use the door to store all the light gears, such as my first aid kit, my snake bite kit. I have my shampoo and sanitizer, of course, and all the stuff here. They're very light, and using the cam cover bags, of course, to store them. And they see through, so I can see exactly what's inside.
And we are going to fit the table, which fits onto the right rear door of the troop carrier. And I did a lot of work on that myself. And there's actually the details of that is actually on a separate video, so I'm not going to go through it now with you. But we are going to fit it to the back door of of this Troopy. And then I can feel it. A knocking. There's a knocking here. I'm struggling with a few rattles in this car. They come up like, can you hear that? No idea what it is, not a clue, and it'll just come up, and then the next time I drive it won't be there. It's a bit of an odd one. I've had a few of them, and I'm not having a lot of joy in actually finding the course of them, but they seem to go away. So I had a terrible rattle during my first shakedown trip. Really bad rattle. In fact, I actually think that might even be it. I think it is, and it went away. Just went away. Just come back. That is now rain that you're hearing, not a rattle. We are deep in Perth winter, and it's rains very hard here. We have these squalls that come through, and the skies just open. The amount of water falling out of the sky in any 1 second is astonishing.
You know why I want to wear my beanie?
Why do you want to wear a beanie?
It's so ridiculous how people, they pay attention to this stuff. Every time I do a pose and I'm not wearing a beanie because I'm always in a beanie.
Yes?
Sean, where is your beanie? Sean, where is your beanie? if we do filming...
They do a similar thing to me, but they say, where is your brain?
On the car first.
I'm quite pleased about that. I just have a concern that the leather will stretch, and that's horizontal now, and it might stretch and it might actually drop. So while the leather looks really nice, I'm not sure if it's the best, we'll see, solution. So after Mission 4 drive, I will be going to ProCam Solutions because, and I'll show you a couple of clips of the last of the autograph builds that I'm doing. I'll show you a couple of clips of that. But I am doing a video, did I say this already? About why I gave up Autograph Overland. I have actually got that in the edit bench now. I'm at car care now. How you doing? Well, that's the new gearbox. Starter motor. It all looks good. All looks good. I got the drum brake on. That's great. That was the problem bolt there. That's really good. Alright, so they've said they will deliver on time, which is Friday, because Saturday and Sunday is our big weekend where we work on all the vehicles. So that's my deadline used up, and then the week after that I have to do wheels and tires, and we have to fit the tank. This guy here, House of Fabrications, they're doing the tank for us. So it means that, yeah, we're running out of time. And the last part is a visit to ProCam Solutions. They are managing the autograph build. This one is for a client in New South Wales. And the Alucab Hercules roof conversion has just been fitted. This vehicle is due for delivery at the end of July 22.